Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I am live this evening just to hang out a little bit, chit chat with you all. I have zero agenda, zero plan for this, so it could be a disaster. I have been doing members only live streams once a month since the start of the new year, but I don't think I have been live here on my channel for everyone in over a year. So I'm very much out of practice. I have a very rickety little setup here. You are joining me in bed today because I don't have a desk or an office set up here at home. Typically, I would live stream. That was my, you know what, my Amazon device making very loud noise. I apologize. Typically, I would live stream from my living room, not my bedroom, but much like I told my members last week when we did our live stream, I don't want to interrupt family life, right? I don't want people to have to tiptoe around me. We all live here in this little teeny tiny mobile home. So I figured it's best just to kind of close myself off in my bedroom. So even though it's not like the prettiest setup, it's a little dark. You got my cluttered little bookcase here in the background and my overstuffed nail polish rack. We're gonna make the best of it. So hopefully you guys don't mind. I see some of you have joined me, which is great. My members only live streams are typically just one or two people and me. So it's very much me kind of filling the conversation, pushing it along. Hopefully with more of you, there will be more to talk about. So I see lots of you saying hello. So hi to Chantel. You're always in my members only live stream. I appreciate that so much. Hopefully we don't get too repetitive and talk about too much of the same things. Hanan, it's really nice to see you. Thank you so much for that compliment. I appreciate it. And Victoria, how are you guys doing tonight? I was so psyched that some of you were able to join me. I want to bring live streams to my channel more regularly. I think that they're a lot of fun. If there's like a really good time for you specifically to be able to join live, I know I have a lot of people that can't be here live, but they'll watch the replay. So if there's like a really good time, evenings, mornings, whatever, leave it, post a comment, and I will try to pick a time that works for the majority of people. I do also always post a poll with a couple of different dates and times to try to make it so that as many people can be here as possible in my community tab. So, you know, make sure to check back there regularly. I'm hoping to do, you know, maybe like one a month or one every other month, not crazy long ones and not super often because that would get repetitive and probably kind of boring. Nobody wants to hang out with me that much, but you know, leave me some feedback. Let me know what works for you. Hi, Erin. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Kelly. All right. So Austin and Eric actually left just a little bit ago. They have a meeting to go to. Austin's getting ready to start up spring soccer. So it's like an information meeting, which I didn't find out about until after I had scheduled this live stream, and I did not want to reschedule it. So I sent them off on their way. So they'll be coming home at some point during this, which is the other reason I wanted to kind of be locked in my bedroom because, you know, they're going to come home. The dog's going to start barking. It's going to be chaos. Hopefully with the bedroom door closed, you guys won't hear too much of that, but you know how it is. Life is happening all around me here. I gotta know, did you keep the green Kim Possible pants? I did. Every single comment that I got on that Stitch Fix video told me to keep the green Kim Possible pants. So I did end up keeping them. I kept those and I kept the jeans. And I don't regret it because I've already worn the jeans twice. They're so comfortable. And I've worn those green Kim Possible pants once as well. So getting my money's worth already with cost per wear. I really appreciate all of the comments on that video, and yeah, it really made my decision easy. If everybody says I should keep them, I gotta keep them, right? Evenings around this time works for you. Great. I'd love to be able to, like I said, vary the times a little bit, do some in the evening, maybe some during the day. I know most people work like daytime hours, but maybe there's a time when I could get some of my like stay-at-home mama friends joining me for a live stream sometime. It doesn't have to be the same time every time, you know what I mean? Let's see. 15-and-a-half-year-old just got his temporary license and is driving. Oh my gosh. How did you deal with that stress? Mostly by putting my head in the sand and pretend it's not happening. Austin right now is getting his driving hours. He should be able to get his driver's license this coming summer. Eric has been doing most of the riding along with him because I am a nervous wreck 100% of the time. So yeah, I'm kind of letting Eric, who is incredibly patient, incredibly all the things that I'm not, take him out for a while first. And then once Austin's a little bit more comfortable being on the road, I will kind of finish out his driving hours with him. I have been the passenger while he has driven one time, and he did really great. But yeah, I'm just a nervous wreck. And obviously, if I'm nervous, it's going to make him nervous. And yeah. When Robbie was getting his driving hours, we did the same thing, and that worked out really, really well. So I know that's obviously not an option for everyone. Just pawn it off on somebody else to do. But it worked out okay for me. But yeah, he's going to be fine. And your child will be fine too. I promise. Yeah, your husband takes him because you can't handle the stress. Okay, so see, we're on the same wavelength here. Oh, I'm so glad you kept them. Thank you. Yes. Maybe I'll film like a outfit of the day video or something so you guys can see them in action. I've been vlogging for my channel members and showing outfits here and there because I want to, I don't know, there's not a lot of bodies that look like mine that are showing like outfit of the day posts or fashion inspiration, and I feel like I'm constantly looking for that on social media, and if it's not there, I should create it, right? So I've been trying to show my outfits and be more comfortable with that. Like, obviously my body's not where it needs to be, but while it's here, you know, I can dress it well and I can share outfit inspiration with those that are looking for it. Hi, Dawn. She says, I hope you are in a better frame of mind after watching your weigh-in check-in. Thank you. If you missed that video, I was very dejected feeling. My weight loss, I feel like, isn't going anywhere. Like, since September, I've lost like 20 pounds. That's a long time to lose a very small amount of weight. And that particular day when I was filming, and forgive me, I need to readjust because my foot is asleep here already. And we are only 9 minutes in. So, oh boy, this should be interesting. I was feeling pretty down about the fact that I had stumbled in my weight loss journey again for the 876th time. But I got so many comments on that video, and I haven't had a chance to kind of sit down and respond and address all of those comments. But so much encouragement, so much love from you guys. I want to say thank you right now. If you watched that video and you left a comment, I cannot tell you how much it turned my kind of mindset around and my attitude and just my day in general. So I'm back on track now for 2 whole days. Been doing it. I actually filmed that video the day that it went live. So it was a very real-time reaction for you guys to my weight loss struggles. I've been struggling with weight loss for years and years and years and years. It's probably always going to be the default, but talking to you guys about it really helps. Not only like motivate me to stick to my eating plan, but also to like get me through those rough times. So thank you guys. All right. My oldest is 16. I'm putting him in driver's ed first because I'm a single mom and the nervous wreck. Yeah, Austin did driver's training, which was very expensive. He paid for that himself, actually. We told him years and years ago, even back before Robbie was driving, we gave them both the same deal. You pay for driver's training, we'll buy you the car. When Robbie was driving or was first learning to drive, we bought him a car and it was like $2,500. Of course, times have changed since then. Austin's car was much, much, much more expensive than that, but he definitely got a pretty sweet deal because, you know, I think he paid a total of $450 for driver's training, which I think is astronomical, but that was the going rate. But yeah, we had to pay $8,000 for his car, so I definitely feel like he came out ahead of that deal. See, my kid thinks he knows it all, which of course he doesn't. That's how it was with Robbie. You could not tell him anything. He knew what he was supposed to do. He didn't want to hear advice or tips or tricks or anything like that. He's very stubborn. He gets that from his mama. So it was a struggle to get him to learn to drive. Now, Austin is very patient and calm and willing to listen, so it's a little bit easier with him. I'm just slowly getting further and further away from you guys. I'm trying to get my foot to wake up. I'm all for pawning off on someone else. See, I knew my strategy was universal. All right, I'm going to take a quick sip of my tea here. I've got Sweet Dreams by Bigelow because as soon as we finish up here, I'm going to be transitioning into my kind of evening wind down routine. And it typically includes tea, so I thought I would just get a head start on it. If you're drinking something, let me know what you're drinking. And if you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments what you're drinking as well. If you've never tried this tea, it's really nice. I usually bounce back and forth between this one and Celestial Seasonings, their Sleepy Time Extra, which I love. Okay. All right. My middle child is in the same boat. He's getting his license this June. It was much easier with my daughter. Boys are just a little different. Boys are definitely in a league of their own, but also it's amazing to me how totally different my two boys are from each other. You can't use the same strategies with the two of them. You can't really totally different. And I'm going to readjust here, you guys. Oh. I have you sitting in a very precarious setup. So if the computer goes tumbling down, my apologies. Erin says, Jesse, why I have been subbed to you, I swear 10 years now, I think is because you show real life, at least something I personally can relate to. Well, thank you so much, Erin. That is so nice. Definitely you've been here a long time. I remember your comments from way back. So you've been here through all of the iterations of my channel. Have been through a lot of different types of videos over the years. So I appreciate you hanging in there with me. I can't tell you how much it means to me. I'm in the same boat. You're so brave to share your weight loss journey with us. Well, thank you so much. None of us can do it alone. And I don't think that my struggles are just my struggles. I think we all are kind of in the same boat. Weight loss is hard. If it was easy, it wouldn't be $1 million industry, right? I think that the only way that you're ever going to be successful is with support. And if you can't get your support in your real life, or you're just looking for more, I'm here for you. My son needs driver's ed too, on top of parent hours. Yeah. Here in Michigan, you get 6 hours of driving with the driving instructor for driver's training, or at least that's the program Austin did. I don't know if that's like the law or just that particular program. But then I think on top of that, you have to have 50 hours of driving time. Then you can get your level 2 license after you pass like the road skills test. So it all comes in stages. And then once you have the level 2 license, you're on like probation for so long. I don't really know. It's very complicated. And I'm glad that it is, because, these big SUVs and vehicles are weapons, so it's good that they have to jump through so many hoops to prove that they're capable of being a safe driver. But as a parent, it's a lot to kind of keep track of. My mom wouldn't let me get a learner's permit until I turned 18 years old. Well, it's much more affordable that way. Here in Michigan, if you wait until you're 18, you don't have to take the driver's training. So that right there saves you like $500. One of the comments asked if you've talked to your doctor about meds to help you with weight loss, not necessarily Ozempic, but have you thought about talking to your doctor? So I have talked to my doctor a couple of different times, not recently, but my doctor was the one that recommended that I try Weight Watchers all of those years ago when I first started Weight Watchers. She helped me get it covered by my insurance. She was incredibly supportive. She's one of these amazing doctors that doesn't immediately go to my weight being the cause of all of my health issues. I think we've all had experience with doctors that just try to blame being overweight for everything. And she's not one of those at all. She's highly encouraging of me to lose weight if I want to, but she knows that it's possible to be healthy at plus size. I'm very blessed to have her, I think. I haven't talked to her recently about the weight loss because I've been focused on the 500,000 other things that are wrong with me. But I think at my next appointment, I will discuss it with her again and see what my options are. It doesn't hurt, certainly. Wow, I didn't realize not every school offers driver's ed. My kids are doing it through their high school. I don't think any of the schools in the United States, certainly not in Michigan, offer driver's training anymore. It used to be like a class you could take in school, but now it's all separate from the school system. Yes, my son's like me. That's why I think we clash more. That is my oldest son and I. We are very much alike, and we're both stubborn as all get out, and neither of us likes to have, or rather both of us like to have the last word. And so you can imagine, especially in his stubborn teenage years, we really clashed a lot. We fought a lot. We still fight a lot because we both have such strong personalities. It's funny because I will sit and I'll talk to my husband and I'll be complaining about Robert, who I love very much. You guys know this. But I'll be complaining about this behavior or that behavior, and he just starts laughing because it's me 100%. Planning with Care Bear. Hello. Thank you for joining us this evening. It's good to see you. You're drinking Mountain Dew. That is Robbie's favorite. Kelly is drinking water. I think I'm behind in the video. That's okay. You'll catch up. I totally believe in first kid being more stubborn, strong-willed, and second is more go with the flow. It's definitely the case with my kids. Definitely the case. I was subbed back in the Julep days. Yeah, so you've been around forever. Those were good times. YouTube was totally different back then than it is now. Not that YouTube is bad now, but it was just a different feeling and atmosphere, and the expectations of posting at a specific time and jumping through hoops. It just wasn't like that back then. You could monetize your videos as soon as you started posting them. Like, you didn't have to have a certain number of subscribers, and there wasn't 5,000 emails every day, like trying to get you to sell stuff. And I don't know, YouTube was different back then. I almost said better, but not really better, just different. My husband's texting me. Sorry, you guys. All right. Hanan says, let's give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. I would appreciate that. Anytime that you interact with my video at all, whether it be a comment or a thumbs up or even a thumbs down, it helps my channel. My channel has been doing one of these lately in terms of success here on YouTube. Losing subscribers, not as many views. I don't really care too much about that, but the more that people like the video, the more people will see it. Maybe I can help somebody else with their weight loss or their budget or whatever. Yes, I need a weight loss community I can connect with. Well, I'm doing my best to build one here, Kelly. And for those of you that don't know, Kelly's my sister, and she lost a huge amount of weight last year or the year before. Time goes so fast. I think she's still on a weight loss journey. Am I correct, Kelly? She's done amazing, you guys. She's like one of my major motivators. She's incredible. None by me, but my son goes to private school. So no driver's training in schools for you then. Okay. Chantal says, definitely talk to your doctor about weight loss with your medical condition. There might be something that is a good fit. Yes. I don't want to set up an appointment just to talk about that. My social anxiety gets the better of me anytime that I have to go and make an appointment. And Lord knows I see enough doctors these days, but the next time that I have an appointment, I'll mention it to her. And if the weight loss continues to frustrate me and I keep stalling, then I'll definitely schedule an appointment specifically for that. All right, you're off to film more videos. Thank you for hanging out with us for a little while. It's nice to see you. It wasn't overcrowded, have niches, or fighting algorithms. Right, you could post, a nail polish video today and a cleaning video tomorrow, and it didn't matter. And, you didn't have to worry about YouTube, like, randomly unsubscribing you from a channel if you hadn't watched in a while. I don't know. It was just more organic, less of a hustle, I guess. People weren't using YouTube to make money. They weren't trying to have careers making YouTube videos. And I think that's the difference. Yes, I gained some back over the holidays, and it's time to get back on track. Kelly, you can totally do it. I would love to see you in person, obviously, but also in my comment section of my live streams, of my videos, keeping us all updated. You can be accountable to us for sure. And I'm getting further away from you because my foot's asleep again. This is not the best setup. I need to come up with a better one. Let's shift you a little bit here. Yes, Victoria. I don't want to offend anyone, but I see a lot of jump on Homestead, Freeze Dry Train, stuff like that when they didn't start that way. You can tell the fakeness. Yeah, I think people just jump on trends. I definitely do that. Been trying to post different types of videos this year and branch out, but I definitely tend to fall into the same category of videos over and over because that's what I know people like to see. And I think mostly, I don't necessarily think people are being fake. I think they're just trying to find a rhythm, gain popularity. You know, like I said, YouTube for a lot of people is about making money now. That's never been my goal, and thank God, because it would have quit a long time ago if that were my goal. But you know, some people are in it for that, and that's okay. And no, I know that you don't mean me specifically, but even I tend to fall into it. Oh my gosh. This is the most chaotic live stream ever with this darn foot that will not wake up. You're welcome, Kelly. I love your nail polish wall. It always fascinates me. I have huge dip powder collection for my nails. I've never used dip powder. I don't have any experience with it. I've never had it put on. Like, I'm not going for manicures or anything. I know you can do it at home. It's just never been something that I've tried because I have a lot of nail polishes. This is actually my pared down collection. I got rid of a lot of nail polishes that were super thick, separated, not that pretty. And it's funny because I have all this and my nails look like that. I haven't polished them in ages. That's one of the things I'm hoping to incorporate back into like my self-care routine. I've been trying to focus a lot on self-care routines, doing all the things, you know, skincare and makeup-y things, you know, taking better care of myself as mom and a new business owner and a wife and a housekeeper and a taxi driver and the 500,000 things that I have to do day to day. And we all fall into this trap for sure. I'm always on the bottom of my like priority list. I've been trying to change that this year. And definitely struggled a lot in February, as with my weight loss, as with my YouTube channel. February was tough because I was sick, but I've been back in it as of the beginning of March, and I've been loving it. So I've talked a little bit in videos. I'm going to be posting a new like goal action steps video soon, hopefully next week if I can get my act together and get it filmed. And yeah, it's been going really well. Marcy, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I had to laugh when you said you bought some more nail polish on one of your budget videos, especially having seen all your polish before. Yeah. I didn't need it, certainly. Actually, I'll show you guys. Do you want to see the new nail polishes I bought? Because I was going to film a haul and then I never did. I bought two OPI colors that are very, very similar. But when I decluttered my nail polish, there was only one polish I was really super sad to have to get rid of. And it was, do you guys remember the nail polish brand NYC? New York Color? They had makeup too. It was one of my all-time favorite brands. They're not a thing anymore, I don't think. there was one nail polish that was sort of a pinky purple color. I don't remember what it was called, but unfortunately it was completely dried up on my shelf, and it was one of my all-time favorites. I have a zillion nail polishes, but I didn't have anything that was quite that color. And still, these aren't right. They're not pink enough. But in my hunt for a polish to replace that one, I ended up with these two. This is OPI Incognito Mode. And this one is Arigato from Tokyo. I always loved OPI polish and their names. I just think they're so clever. So, yeah, those are my new nail polishes. I still have some of the Dazzle Dry polishes that I bought back around the holidays to try too. So, won't be buying any more polish, certainly. I don't need it. But that was my justification for buying these. And you guys know me. I can always justify shopping. Okay. I used to do my nails every weekend, and they still take me forever because I'm a perfectionist over them. I've done them twice in the last 6 months. That is the thing that has been keeping me from doing mine. Not the perfectionism, because Lord knows if I was a perfectionist, I'd be screwed, because I'm very shaky, and even after like years of regularly polishing my nails every other day, I still was never any good at it. But just like finding a window of time where I can sit down, go through the whole process, polish them, and have them dry before I have to rush out the door. That's the reason I bought the Dazzle Dry system, because it's supposed to be quick drying. But I haven't been able to test it yet because I haven't had time. Since spring is around the corner, will you be doing some house declutter activities? Something I look forward to every year, as it feels so good to have organized space. So I don't want to say it's necessarily like spring cleaning or decluttering. One of my goals for 2024 as a whole is to get my house better organized. And with that is coming decluttering here and there. I haven't really filmed any of it. You guys will have to let me know if you're interested in that kind of video. I totally rehabbed my bedroom, pulled out so much stuff that I got rid of. And I still have too much because we live in a teeny tiny mobile home and there's 4 of us, and it's just clutter and chaos here every day, all day. But yeah, focusing one space at a time, giving myself a lot of grace and a lot of time to get through it. Like, I took 2 months to clean my bedroom because I could only work on it a little tiny bit at a time here and there. But finally, I feel like my bedroom is in a good place. So now I'm going to move on to another space. I think for March, it's going to be just my laundry room, my little laundry hallway. Go through, declutter, organize, deep clean. Not really doing spring cleaning this year because I just don't have the time to dedicate to it like I used to. But definitely, this place needs some work. All right. I love the incognito mode color. Yeah, isn't it pretty? Purple, and especially like a pinky purple, is one of my favorite colors. And Kelly has 1 bottle of nail polish. Well, Kelly, if you ever need to borrow some, you know who to come see. I found spraying cooking spray works as a quick dry method. Really? That is interesting. Are you still enjoying the closet you and Eric recently bought? My little clothing cabinet? Is that what you're talking about, Victoria? Yeah, it's working out okay. Nothing that I kind of buy, put together, and put into place in this house is ever going to be perfect. I am desperate to move out of this little teeny tiny mobile home we are in. I cannot even tell you guys how desperate I am. I want to buy a house so badly with more space. And that's it, just more space. More space for stuff, more space for people. I really would love to have my mother-in-law be able to move in with us. As she's getting older, I would feel a lot better if she didn't have to live alone. There are so many reasons why I want to get out of this place. We're just not there yet. The housing market sucks. So even if we were in a financial position to go and buy a house tomorrow, we wouldn't, because they're all astronomically, ridiculously expensive. And I don't want to be house poor. So I'm biding my time, trying to be patient, working on paying off debt as quickly as possible, so that we can shift our priorities to like saving for a down payment and hope that the housing market will change, because right now it's just not even feasible for us to get out of where we are. And we have talked about the possibility of like renting somewhere bigger, but that's not what we want. So that was kind of a tangent. I went from talking about decluttering to talking about wanting a house, but trying to just make the best out of this place, get rid of stuff, but I like stuff. So it's like, I don't know, it's hard. But yeah, the clothing cabinet's working out fine. It's not what I want, but it's working out okay. And having a place to actually put my clothes when I am done with laundry, amazingly, I don't hate doing laundry anymore. In fact, I'm kind of a freak because I kind of like doing laundry now. The thing that I always dreaded was folding it and putting it away, because there's not enough space for all my clothes, but I don't want to get rid of my clothes. So having the cabinets definitely helped with that. But it's not the dream. You know what I mean? Great job doing your bedroom, Jessie. I needed to declutter my kitchen. With 5 of us using it daily, my drawers are a disaster. Oh, girl, I am right there with you. Right there with you. My kitchen is the space that I'm dreading the most, because it's a lot. Now, we did put a lot of stuff in storage. We originally got the storage unit in order to be able to downsize and declutter without having to just trash a bunch of stuff. Because someday, God willing, we will have a house, and we're going to want all this stuff to put in said house. So rather than just get rid of things, which is what we've always done, obviously I shop a lot. So buy a lot of stuff, bring it into the house, clutter up the house for 6 months, get tired of the cluttered house, and then throw the stuff away. Like, that's no way to live. So ideally, in a perfect world, I would shop a lot less, and I'm working on that. But also, in the meantime, the storage unit is helping a lot with decluttering without having to donate and trash everything. I don't know. Does that make sense? Ooh, I'm behind on comments, you guys. I'm so sorry. I got off on a tangent. Kelly says, I want a house with proper storage so badly. I dream of linen closets and maybe a basement. Oh, yes. Yes, that is my dream too. We share that dream. Linen closet would be amazing. We have no closets in this house to speak of. No extra storage. No extra space. So, and I know, Kelly, you're in the same boat. These mobile homes are great in terms of affordable housing, but not much else. I do too on the house buying. I really think it's going to have to happen this summer because rent is insane. I agree the prices are nuts. Either way, I'm going to be house poor. Something that I have done for probably the last decade is go on Zillow and daydream. Look at all the houses that are available for sale. I could buy this one right now if only I had the money. And even as little as 5 years ago, it seemed so much more feasible that someday I'd have a house. Houses that I looked at in 2018 for $200,000 are now $450,000. So, yeah, not great. One of the fewest things I miss from the North is basements. I want a basement not only for storage purposes and entertaining purposes. Like I have a dream of a finished basement with a movie room and a bar so that we can have friends over. I'd have to make some friends first, but that's okay. I can figure that part out. And more than that, for storm shelter. We just had a tornado hit our mobile home park last year. And that is scary stuff. Living in a mobile home, a tornado is going to take out the whole house. They say that you are safer lying down in a ditch than you are staying in your mobile home when a tornado comes through here. So it's another reason I want to get the heck out of this place, but it's just not in the cards right now. Kelly says, I love stuff. Here. I'm glad it's not just me. Consumerism is a big problem for sure for me. More than the stuff, I just like the shopping experience, truly. That's something I need to work on probably with therapy. We are getting ready to move, and the house we're in is the house my husband lived in his whole life since 1967. His brother owns it after their mom passed, so imagine decluttering that. Oh boy. Yeah, I imagine that would be tough. I could see your family buying land, moving the mobile home on site to live in it, and build your dream home yourselves. That would be a great plan, and we considered that. But you can't put this mobile home on land. And my husband has explained it to me multiple times. I still don't understand why. But legally, something with the age of the mobile home and the pitch of the roof. Here in Michigan, you can't move this mobile home. Now, you can have a mobile home on land, but this specific one that we own here, apparently you can't move it on land. This is what he tells me. So that, unfortunately, would not work. We do have our little camper that maybe we could live in. But, oh my gosh, can you imagine the four of us jammed into a camper? Plus, I don't know if we could get away with that legally either. Still don't know when and where we are moving, but still in the process of purging and fixing up. Stressful. Plus, I have ulcerated leg and go for first surgery April 5th. Oh my goodness, Erin. Well, we will be thinking of you, and I hope that you have a speedy recovery and that all is well. In Massachusetts, they go for 800 plus. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. What do you guys think? You think this housing situation is going to get better, or is it going to get worse? I don't know. I don't even know what to hope for anymore. My kitchen is the one place in my house that I want to declutter. I need to get rid of so many kitchen tools and small appliances and free up my cabinet space. You can do it, Dawn. How many single-use appliances do you have? Like choppers and crock pots and waffle makers. Like, how many of those things are you holding on to? Because I know for me, I just, in the last year, when we first got our storage unit, went through all of my small appliances, and I had a toaster, and I had a toaster oven, and I had a crock pot, and I had a pressure cooker, and I had 2 waffle makers, and I had a bread machine. And how many of those things can I eliminate? Pretty much all of them. I also had a rice cooker and a juicer. Why? Well, because consumerism, again. I'm so easily influenced, so if I see somebody in a YouTube video, and you guys know how I am about YouTube, I love it just as much as TV, and it looks like it would be convenient or it would help me with X, Y, or Z, I immediately buy it. I took pretty much everything to storage. I have my tea kettle. Lord knows I'm not going without my tea kettle. I could boil water on the stove and be without it, but I'm not gonna because I love my tea and I love my tea kettle, and my foot's asleep again. I kept my tea kettle. Obviously, our coffee machines because we're coffee fiends. One crock pot. Trying to think what else. My vacuum sealer for food storage. One waffle maker. I think that's it, you guys. Everything else is in storage. I freed up a whole cabinet that was dedicated to small appliances that I used twice a year, 3 times a year. That made a huge difference. So think about it that way. Like, the appliances especially are handy and convenient, but they take up a lot of space. And if you don't have a lot of space, maybe downsize those things. How many mixing bowls do you have? I had 6 that were all about the same size because I hate doing dishes. So whenever I wanted to bake or cook a big meal, I wanted to have enough so that I wouldn't have to stop halfway and do the dishes. But how much space do I have for all those mixing bowls? I had to kind of weigh what was more important, having the extra space or not having to do dishes, because you still have to do the dishes, just not as often. And when I got rid of a lot of those things, suddenly doing the dishes isn't quite as complicated, and it's not such a long process. I had multiple sets of pots and pans because I didn't want to have to wash my saucepan before I used it. Laziness for me. Maybe the reason you're keeping things is because it's sentimental or because you actually use it. But really, like, I bet you we could all look in our cabinets right now. Maybe not all of us, because I know not everyone is the same. But I bet most of us can look in our cabinets right now and find at least 2 items that we haven't used in 6 months. And if you don't have that problem, then you're doing better than me. I was literally saying to myself, I don't have any friends to invite to a movie night, but my kids can invite theirs. Yeah. Victoria, how, maybe you can tell me, or maybe someone else here can tell me, how do you make friends as an adult? How? I've yet to figure it out. I have 1 or 2 friends that I've had for a really, really long time that I don't see or talk to as much as I should, but that I know 100%, like, if I need them, I can pick up the phone, call them, and they'd come. I have my family, my sisters, my aunt, who I'm super close with. That's pretty much it. And I don't know how to make friends. I recently joined a Facebook group of women in my area, like a girl gang, I think is what it's called, like my neighborhood girl gang. And there's all kinds of these like events that they put on, ways to meet people. But I am such an introvert, the idea of going to any of these things, like I went to one breakfast. I was invited to said breakfast by a woman that I met through Robbie's soccer team when he played for the high school. We were kind of acquaintances. I wouldn't necessarily call us friends, but she's really nice. I'd like to become friends with her. So she invited me to that, and I was like, yes, I'll go. And it was great. I had a great time. My stomach was in knots, and I was a nervous wreck for like 3 or 4 days beforehand. Like, it was a lot of work to get me there. It was very much out of my comfort zone. I have like this much self-esteem. I always feel like I'm annoying people. I often wonder why anybody would want to be my friend. So, like, how do you make friends as an adult? Especially as someone who's introverted, someone who works with my husband. It's not like I'm going to meet people at work. I don't ever go anywhere. So unless I like meet somebody at Walmart while I'm doing my grocery shopping, I don't know. I don't know how to make friends. In Massachusetts, a good house, a decent one at least, goes for $800,000 plus. Yeah, cost of living in certain areas, especially, I imagine. How does anyone afford a house like that? How? I certainly can't. Our basement is my teenager's party room. We have theater seating and a fun snack bar. Minnesota, is that what MN is? Oh my gosh. I don't know. Most houses have basements, so we got lucky. Yeah, that's my dream. That's what I want. I want my son and all of his friends to be able to hang out at my house so I can keep an eye on them. I want them to have a space to go. Like, we can't invite anybody here now. We'd all be on top of each other. I'll come over when you get a bar. Just kidding. Hope to see you soon. Oh my goodness, Kelly. I hope for our sake the bubble pops overnight. Yes, Victoria, absolutely. For the housing market, 100%. I hope so. I feel like it has to. It just keeps going up and up. Oh. Yes. I kept my air fryer too. I love my air fryer. That's probably the small appliance I use the most. The air fryer and the toaster. I forgot about that because that's not in the cabinet that I decluttered. That sits on my counter at all times. Not the bread machine, though. I do have the bread machine here, too, as well. I have not used it, though. So I'm contemplating putting it in storage as well. I kept it I kept it here at home because I wanted to make more of an effort to use it because I used to use it religiously. I love fresh baked bread. But I haven't used it, so it's probably time to go. Yes, I want to simplify what I use in my kitchen. Heck, I don't need 12 spatulas. I don't like small appliances on my counter, so I store them in my cabinets. Yes, you don't need 12 spatulas. You don't need 15 different things that all do the same thing. You can do it. I believe in you. You will have to come back and give me progress updates on how you're doing with the decluttering. I'm a novice bread maker, but I do it frequently, and I've never used a bread maker. Yeah, you can definitely do it with a stand mixer or by hand. I have done that before, but I have all my bread pans in storage. So maybe that's the ticket. Maybe I take the bread machine, put it in storage, and bring my loaf pans back. I don't know. I really want to get back into it. I used to make my own bread. I used to cook from scratch all the time. I used to make my own tortillas. I don't know how I ever had the energy to do those things. Chasing kids all day, cleaning house, taking care of 5,000 responsibilities. How was I like doing all of those things? I don't feel like there would have been enough hours in the day. But I did it when I had little ones. I don't know. I'm not that girl anymore, for sure. I don't even have little ones anymore, but just like going to work, coming home, that's all that I can do these days. That and put up YouTube videos. If I try to add too many things, forget about it. I had friends in New York from work, and my true sister from another mister. I moved to South Carolina. I have no friends. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you make friends as an adult. I was never good at making friends even when I was a kid and a teenager. Like, I've never had a super big social circle, and I don't think that I ever will. Too shy, too quiet. Even though I've been literally talking nonstop for 54 minutes, I swear I'm very shy and quiet in real life. Hello, Keto Simple. It's very nice to see you. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. So happy to see so many of you have joined my live stream. the thing about live streams is you just never know. My biggest fear is showing up to a live stream and having no one here and talking to myself. Glad that that's not the case tonight. Try local activities. I have new friends from church. It's tough because I'm so it's not antisocial. It's just introverted. I'm putting myself out of my comfort zone to do stuff like that is so hard for me. My anxiety builds up. I know I need to just do it though. Like nothing changes if I don't change it. But I've been working on decluttering my grandma's house. She has multiples of so many things. I kid you not, she has 4 or 5 sets of plates and bowls. Wow, that is a lot of work. Kudos to you for doing that. I've made a lot of friends from YouTube. That is so nice. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely made friends through YouTube. 100% I have. Not friends I can call up and go out for coffee, though. That's what's missing from my life. I got to figure that out. Totally off topic, but have you tried Garlic Expressions salad dressing? It can be a marinade too. So good and very few ingredients. I have not. I will have to look into that. Thank you for the suggestion. Being younger helps. Well, we're not going back in time, so being younger is not going to happen, unfortunately. I had trouble making friends in school. After high school, I got into music bands and stuff and made a lot of friends that way. Now with YouTube, I've added new friends. Well, that's great. That is awesome. I'm so happy for you. There is nothing like friendship. It's definitely something missing from my life. Obviously, I have friends. I have some friends, but I would like to expand my horizons, meet new people, put myself out there more. I just have to push myself to do it. I'm very quiet when I first meet someone, but when I get to know them and like them, I loosen up. Yeah, that's how I am too. How are you doing, Jessie, with your transition to working mama? I know that you had a tough time in the beginning. It's still tough to balance everything. I thought I would be better at it, honestly. I greatly underestimated just how much energy it takes to run a business, I guess. I never really worked full-time before this last year. I went straight from high school to raising babies, being a stay-at-home mom. And I thought that because my kids are older, they don't need me the way that they needed me when they were, toddlers or whatever. I thought it'd be super easy to transition. And it just isn't. I don't know why I thought it would be, really. I feel like I've got it like 75% of the way. But there's not enough hours in the day to do all the things that I want to do every day. And so really the thing I need to work on is just accepting that stuff's not going to get done. I'm going to have to catch up on the weekends. Like it just is. That's how it has to be. I'm not going to be able to have weekends off because I need to have weekends to catch up on the house stuff I missed while I was at work during the week. And I think more than anything, I was just grieving that, really. Like what I thought was going to be the case isn't the case. That doesn't mean it's bad or a failure or anything like that. It's just different. But it does get better. I feel like I'm handling things way better now than I did at first. Like my YouTube channel completely fell off the radar. I couldn't do it. And now I've been putting out videos pretty consistently, I think, with the exception of those couple weeks when I was sick. Feel like I'm finding a better balance, and also just like I'm more used to running the business now. It's not so new. It's more routine. That obviously helps a lot. Have you tried the Fly Lady system to keep on top of things at home? I have done the Fly Lady system, and I felt like it was way too complicated for me. I know everybody says it's simple, but for me, like, having different tasks that you do at different times, like keeping track of it all was too confusing. I haven't tried it though since working full time. One of my goals for 2024 has been to set up routines for cleaning house and cooking dinner and doing all the things instead of just like flying by the seat of my pants, killing myself trying to get it all done and never being able to succeed. I don't know that Fly Lady is going to be the thing for me, but definitely I'm finding ways to build routines and it's been working really well. Have you tried joining a book club or seeing what events your library puts on? Those are fun ways to meet people. I would love to do that, especially because I've been so into reading this year. I need to look and see if there's anything like that locally that I can join. That would definitely be fun. I feel like if I did like a book club, I would already have a topic to discuss and I wouldn't have to think so hard about what to say. So that's a good idea. I love that the boys stepped up and they help off and on with house chores. My boys are amazing. I know how truly lucky I am to have so much help between my husband, who has taken over 95% of the cooking, which in and of itself has been a game changer. My boys, super helpful. The combination of the extra help from them and me kind of letting go of having to have everything be just so. Like, it's fine that the dishwasher is loaded a little bit differently than I would have done it because it's done. Once I let go of, I don't want to say perfectionism because it's not perfectionism, but once I let go of the control, having to do things my way, it got a lot better. That was a big step in the success of our whole family unit. I'm a bit of a control freak. So letting go and just being okay with the fact that the laundry's folded, even if it's not folded the way I would do it. Or, maybe Eric's not cooking the meals that I would cook and he's not choosing the healthiest options all the time, but he's putting dinner on the table and I don't have to worry about it. So it's okay. That's been the real game changer. Of course, I was the roadblock all along. Is anybody surprised? There just is different expectation of working moms than dads. Like if you're married, especially going from stay-at-home mom to working mom. Yeah, for me, it was just the transition. Like all of these things were my responsibility, but there's not enough hours in the day anymore. I'm not home. So we got to split up these responsibilities and knowing who has to do what and when and scheduling everything and routine. And it's a lot. You should look into Diane in Denmark. She explains it better and keeps it simple. I have been recommended her YouTube videos before, I think. I will definitely look into that. Thank you so much for the recommendation. All right, we're going to do another minute or two, and then I'm going to have to wrap this up because the family's home and, it's been over an hour here. So being a full-time worker with 3 teenagers in traveling sports is tough, but routines help keep me sane. Helps to create routines. It takes our family to keep things going smooth. Yes, exactly. And by expectations, it can be more of your own of yourself, not necessarily your family. Yeah, that's definitely absolutely right. I know you are off work on Wednesdays, but would you consider just working part-time? Not right now. I feel like the schedule that I'm working right now, I guess it technically is part-time, or at least it's not 40 hours a week, so not full-time. If I worked less hours, it would be the opposite problem, where right now I'm not getting enough done around the house. If I worked less hours, I wouldn't be able to get enough done at work. So I think the schedule that we've kind of come up with, and that I've been doing regularly for the past 6 months or so, is working really well, all things considered. And I just got to get better at managing the time I do have here at home. Oh, I love you, Kelly. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope I get to see you guys, or see you soon. And that I know that the boys miss you. So, yeah, let's get together soon. I hope you all have a really nice night. Thank you for being part of my live stream, being here with me. It means the world to me. I can't thank you guys enough. Definitely be on the lookout for polls and schedule stuff for future live streams. I hope you have a nice night, and I will see you guys real soon. All right. Bye, friends.